Okay, guys, I'm in the X55, right? The Beijing. I'm starting the car now and then, not putting it into gear. Okay, now into gear. Because I want to show you how long it takes for the screen to kick in, right? And it's one of my gripes about any car that has every function in the screen, and then you have like a blackout screen for still this long. Okay, guys, this is how long I'm chatting to you. I'm chatting to you this whole time, waiting for the screen to upload, so that then I could potentially change the infotainment. I can change so I can change the climate control. Now it comes on. That was 49 seconds, okay? Or it was probably just before that because I was looking down. That is a long time to be in, if it's sweltering outside or if it's cold or whatever, mostly if it's sweltering and you want to get in and put the aircon on and you've got to wait 49 seconds. My makeup people is then sitting on my lap by then, I can tell you. Man, they would piss me off. So that is probably my biggest gripe of this car. So, like I said, Beijing X55. Beijing is a sub-brand of bike, B-A-I-C, bike. Kind of like GWM and Haval. Do you know what I mean? So it's like the more fancier brand, I guess, if you will. And then this is their sort of boutique family compact SUV, okay? And I say compact, it's actually very spacious in here, which is great. You're looking at sort of like the T-Roc or the Mazda CX-30, that kind of jaw. And what this does, I think, is stand out. Wow, it is a very striking design. Hey, brah. Okay, go. Solid line. But no, because you're on a motorbike, you can do whatever the hell you want, apparently. Oh, that makes me mad. But yeah, very striking design. So I think it looks really good. When you get into this cabin, okay, it is super minimalist. Very, very simple. I don't love the coloring and all of that of the sort of instrument cluster here, this screen, and this infotainment screen is very simplistic, but too simplistic for me. It doesn't have Apple CarPlay or Android Auto, which I think is crazy. Sorry, verb there. I think is crazy in this day and age. It's actually bothered me now that I'm an I'm an Android Auto kind of gal. And also to get to the climate control, then I have to get into here. Then if I want to go between, and it's the buttons aren't sensitive enough, so I keep taking my eyes off the road. I just think it's dangerous. So they need to better this whole system here, okay? And I don't think there's voice control. Maybe there is, but I don't think so. Who knows? Anyways, that's about it. It also, so I love listening to a podcast, but when I put the car into reverse, and I know the last time I said this, someone was like, but Audi does them too, me. Okay, some cars turn down the volume when you put it into reverse. Very few turn it off altogether. Okay, so you can't hear a thing. I'm fine if you do that, but then pause it. So what happens, I put it into reverse and it turns everything way down, so I can't hear at all. I can't hear my podcast. And then when I put it back into drive, well, now I've missed however long I was in reverse for. Crap is what that is. Okay. Anyways, you've got 3 different trim levels with this car, all pretty well spec'd. This guy's got like the sunroof and all that jazz. Okay, one more gripe. I feel like I'm being negative and I don't mean to be. I'm probably nitpicking here, but, or no. Actually, you know what? No, I'm not. I'm going to be, that is what I'm known for, is honest reviews. I'm going to tell you the things that bother me. If they don't bother you, then great, then buy the car. So it doesn't have Apple CarPlay or Android Auto, right? I use Google Maps to go places or whatever. So if I don't have it on the screen, I have to look at my phone. Most things I can prop it up or whatever, so my eyes are just going to the screen. This sort of storage compartment thing faces the phone and covers half of it anyways, but towards the passenger. Why? Tilt it the other way so I can see where I'm going or what I'm doing. Irritating. So engine is powered by a 1.5 litre 4-cylinder turbo petrol, 130 kilowatts of power, and 305 newton meters of torque. Sure is punchy. Mated to a dual clutch transmission, 7-speed. Fab. It's a fab engine, actually. I find it to be quite refined, certainly punchy enough, doesn't irritate me in the slightest, but in fact I think the drive overall is pretty great. Very comfortable, ever so slightly firm, but not too problematic. I'm now on a bit of a dirty kind of road, so that's why you might be hearing the noise or whatever, but actually really fine. The only problem, and I've said this with just about every single Chinese brand car, is the fuel consumption. This is claimed at 7.7. I am sitting at 9.7. That is hectic. I think it is far too much, far too high, and that would put me off, and it would put me off recommending it to anybody, because most people ask me for a car that, and especially in this sort of range, for a fuel efficient car, and this unfortunately ain't that. So this, in fact, hang on, I've got to see where I'm going, and I need to now move this thing again. Okay, so I'm going straight. Okay. This actually won the sort of best family compact segment vibe in the South African Guild, like the Car of the Year competition, right? I don't know if it should win. It's tricky because often, you know, it's going up against cars that were only launched in that certain period. So you can't now compare it to something that wasn't launched in that time. But anyways, it's besides the point. I think it's great, and I think it's a fab alternative to all the others. This comes in, kicks off at like 420,000, goes up to 480 for the top of the range. So again, very good value for money. The spec is very high. It looks really good. It feels very well built and put together. But there's almost like a surface level with a lot of these cars. So the tech is all great on like a surface level, but it starts to glitch, and there's certain like quirks, if you will, that are gonna maybe stop agitating you. So I don't know, but anyways, it's got like these, you know, hidden door handles that sort of the Range Rover Velar had, you know, and they're fine. They're not very comfortable. They look like they're going to snap off, unfortunately, for me. They freak me out a bit. But it does have a bunch of, you know, standard safety features, which is really good. I wish it had like keyless entry and everything. Like, so this one, like, there's just specific things that I think at this price and at this sort of level I would expect, and unfortunately it doesn't have all of it. Thankfully, the ride and the drive is very good, and I think if that is important to you, then you're going to get into this and go, actually, this is what I'm focusing on, and I love it. So if the fuel consumption isn't going to be a problem, and a really, for me, maybe problematic screen, infotainment system, you know, and the odd quirk, then whatever, you'll be loving it. Okay, but space-wise, flipping great. Good boot, good everything. So again, great family car in those respects.